Hello everybody. Today we're talking about the most efficient predator I have made yet, the Ultimasaurus. Let's get right into it. On paper, Ultimasaurus looks like an efficient predator that can easily invade this fragile ecosystem we have globally. So, I gave it a few nerfs. In many hybrids, incompatible instincts collide. T-Rex's solitary behavior collide with the Triceratops's and Ankylosaurus's herd behavior. Normally I patch these holes up, but I decided not to make sure the Ultimasaurus isn't a threat to this ecosystem. They also ain't very smart. Intellectually, they're compared to T-Rex, which have a reputation of trying to pick fights with bigger predators. So, their lack of intelligence and their overaggression is very limiting in the wild. They also have a bunch of other weaknesses, which is just a waste of time to list them all, so let's just move on. Socially, they're similar to Allosaurus. Like, yeah, there are the mismatched instincts, however, they are opportunistic social predators, meaning they will group up to hunt and maybe split afterwards. The Ultimasaurus is a whole arsenal of weapons, which is why it can be invasive in this fragile ecosystem. With sharp horns on its head, sharp claws on its hands, raptor-like talons on its feet, and a club on its tail, it's a very powerful animal, not including the armor on its back. They are also fully carnivorous. They only eat meat. I don't know how else to expand on this. I will say I am a bit surprised they don't chew on plants, considering they do have a lot of herbivore genes, but that's just what they are. Since it has horns, frill, armor, club, and dense bones, it needs a lot of calcium. So, I added Nile crocodile gene so it doesn't need to eat as much. This is only so they don't suffer from chronic osteoporosis, but other than that, they're stable. But let's discuss mobility real quick. When walking, Ultimasaurus were moving like 10, maybe 5 miles an hour, not really too fast. However, when running, Ultimasaurus would move to 25 miles an hour, which is a bit impressive for a theropod their size. They also have a unique skeleton built for speed and flexibility. Due to unstable instincts, they're also competitive. They would fight over food, territory, and especially mates. They aren't super careful. They do avoid giving each other completely fatal injuries. On an unrelated note, the Californian government wants me to have these Ultimasauruses fight and hopefully kill the Dreadosaurus Rex, which I personally say is a freaking horrible idea. The Dreadosaurus Rex was literally created for an animal to fight on our behalf. We can't fix this mistake by making a bigger one. But in their genius, they ain't giving me a choice. They're making me waste tens of millions of dollars for my animals to get frickin' destroyed by a Russian killing machine. So, there goes that money. I'm just gonna sue them after this. Politics aside, let's get into what it's made of, and what's in its DNA. The base genome is T-Rex, but the rest include Triceratops, Ankylosaurus, Stegosaurus, Utahraptor, Therizinosaurus, Abelisaurus, and the Nile crocodile. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Hybrid Research, and I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya!